Okay, so this is my new favorite place to make videos, and the light's really good in here. Anyway, um, I have been thinking about what's going to happen. I don't know, but yeah, there's loads of Christians, not so much in England any longer, but in America that are very strong at at their belief. And I think if they find out that if I go onto a Big Brother show in America, everyone's going to know my location. Everyone's going to know where I am. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I need to be on that kind of show, and I would put myself in a huge amount of risk or danger if I go on saying that I'm God. If a whole bunch of people support me and back me up, but if I also at the same time say that, oh, actually Christianity is, or the Bible is just a test, the people who believe it are actually just have actually just failed the test, and they're the ones that God's not happy with because they've believed all these stupid stories that are backwards and half truths and stuff like that. And and I'm also going to say that I'm Christ and I don't want to pay the penalty for you and to have to pay the price for your mistakes. I'm not going to take you to paradise, but if you want to go to paradise, yeah, great, go kill yourself. When people hear that message, they're not going to be happy with me. They are far more likely to burn down my house than welcome me into their house. And because of that, I think it's really important that there are lots of views going around. Some that think that I am God and that I am the truth. Others that think that I'm just a vessel for God, and that there's, or maybe even the possibility that I'm just like a deception. That the abomination will come first, or Babylon the Great, or some Virgin Mary who's not a virgin, or whatever. There's something that's going to be like a deception, and the Father is the one who is going to make the change. It's not going to be me. I'm going to encourage people to believe me, but at the end of the day, if people don't, there's nothing I can do about it. But it's the sort of the world leaders and the kind of high up males that are going to help make the decision. I think when it comes to that, there if I do go onto the show, there needs to be people supporting me, but there also needs to be people that are just like, oh no, you're just like just a god, or just a temporary smaller version of the bigger God, and you're just a piece in the larger. People need to believe that, because that will keep me safe. People thinking that there's loads of options and I'm just a player in this whole scheme. I think that would people believing that will keep me a lot more safer than if they just think that I am God and actually they're wrong about everything. But when it comes to that, I don't know what's going to happen. But when I was looking at the photo shoot, so I did 4 photo shoots for this West Midlands group. Um, one of them was the Halloween shoot where I dressed up as like a zombie bride, and another one was in Botanical Gardens where I chose to dress up like well, I didn't even dress up like an elf. I just bought a fancy. It was supposed to be beauty, and I just bought my favorite dress. There was this dress that I bought, which I kind of bought after the pageant, because the girl who won Miss Galaxy, her dress was absolutely amazing, and I didn't have a dress anywhere near as good as that, and so I bought this dress as kind of like, because I wanted to have a dress that was similar to that, and or as good as that. And I think, I don't know, hers ones is definitely more creative, but I liked it, but I wanted to use it, so I just bought it along to the shoot. And the girl who was doing my makeup just happened to have elf ears, and for some strange reason, I also brought the Eden Star necklace with me, although I didn't actually remember it until I got onto the second dress. During the first dress that I just forgot to put it on, and it was only when I saw it afterwards that I was like, oh, actually no, I should have put this one on. And I think it looked. I thought maybe it would have been too fancy with it, but I don't know. I didn't wear it either way, and so yeah. What other shoot did I do? There's one other shoot. There was, I don't know what else there was. Yeah, but and then this fourth one that I've done um, is yeah. Oh yeah, and the Tudor one. There was one with the Tudor costumes. That was the first one that I did actually. And but yeah, the so looking back in the past, I look really good in those pictures. But yeah, this new one that I did, I don't know what went wrong, but I was speaking to William Kay the day before, and I met him, and I think we tried at that point, and then I went onto the photo shoot just like a day or two after. And yeah, we were talking, and he was saying how he'd like to dress up as a doll because I had loads of different clothes, and I like dress up, whatever. But I was kind of using that as a because I bought the wrong outfit. I it was supposed to be like period, and I said, okay, well, I haven't used these costumes before. We've had a period shoot before, and I bought a huge amount of clothes for that, and I didn't bring a period. I didn't. There were some clothes that I didn't bring, so I thought I'll use those period ones and bring it, and to bring that. And then it turned out that actually the theme had changed, and it was actually wartime and 40s, 1940s and 1950s. Well, when the war was Second World War time, but I didn't bring the right outfits, and so because of something he'd said, Williams, like the doll thing, I was like, why don't I just dress up like a doll? Because in the 1940s, dolls had more older styled clothes. Dolls in the 1940s didn't look like 1940s dolls. They looked like more older ones. So I went with that theme, but the makeup just looked awful and it was terrible. But yeah, I was kind of reminded of Robbie Williams throughout that, because it just reminded me of that picture where there's a woman who looks a mess in it. And I felt like a mess, and the lipstick was going everywhere, and it was really patchy, and I laughed with the photographer there's lots of different photographers, and I laughed with all of them about how ridiculous I absolutely looked. And I couldn't even understand why I was still taking pictures. It was like, I looked so bad. And they have put like there's this joint folder where you can see all the pictures. And yeah, there's only about 4 of me on there. I mean, I'm glad, because I think they look awful, so I don't really want to see them. But it's interesting how, the ones that are up there are the ones of me holding the apple, and just the ones holding the doll. And I'm pretty sure that I look like a Annabelle dolly in it, which is supposed to be some sort of really creepy thing, but or a doll that brings things to life and kills people or whatever. I don't, an evil spirit doll. But yeah, that wasn't the intention. That's just how it happened. And but yeah, I feel like I keep getting linked back to Robbie Williams, and the first donor who, I was looking at loads of different donors, and there was one guy who was sort of youngish and fittish, and seemed quite, we had a good conversation, and I chose him, yes, but it was interesting how his surname was Roberts, which was similar to what Robbie Williams' name is. And actually, Aaliyah's R. Kelly was Robert as well. So, but yeah, I don't know if that really means anything, and I don't want it to mean anything, because last time I made some videos, I developed feelings, and then it kind of, I don't know what happened, but he didn't come back, he blocked me, and I'm accepting that. But at the same time, I think that there needs to be some sort of deception against me. If you look at that Annabelle thing, all the people on there have amazing pictures, but they all look evil, like they've got some sort of plan or scheme or plot. And then that girl with the green dress, she looks like Lily, and she again just looks so like evil, like there's some sort of plot or big plan or whatever. And then today I was just thinking, how is America going to react when I say that I'm God and that I don't love them, and I'm not here to help them, I'd rather you help me. They're not going to be very happy, and they'd probably want me dead, a lot of them. If you spend your whole life believing and worshipping a demon god that's in some sort of book, and you find out that actually it's all just lies and tests, and that's not the god you should be worshipping, they're going to be pissed off, they're going to hate me. But if there's a group of guys who are taking what I'm seeing and then creating, like, saying, oh, this is just part of the father's plan just to use me or whatever. And I do like dressing up like a dolly, to be honest. Like, I have so many clothes that sometimes it's hard to decide what to wear in the morning, because you can be like, oh, should I go for that or that or that? And then I usually end up just wearing the same stuff all the time, which is like the camouflage bottoms with just some random strap top. And I've got that one there, actually, camouflage shorts. But yeah, I've got loads of camouflage stuff. But yeah, I always just wear the same stuff. But it's kind of nice to have someone tell me what to wear, to be honest. But I know R. Kelly also, some of the girls were complaining that he used to tell people what to wear, and I was like, actually, that's I find that quite attractive, if a guy tells me what to wear. But So yeah, anyway, I think that if I'm wanting to not get Christians to kill me, making it seem like the Father is the bigger plan or the bigger person, that is also might be something that needs to be done. And I think my higher self really does like Robbie Williams, and I can't say the same about Martin Dodd because I don't know anything about him. I know he was the father son, but I've met him 3 times. I can't really support his plans. I can't really support his ideas because I don't know. I don't even know if he's involved in this. Maybe he was just like this William K guy who's kind of just disappeared, and I have no idea what if he involved in anything? Does he know, or has he just been paid off to not speak? And Martin, maybe he was just a gay guy who wasn't interested in, and I was just kind of in the dark for 2 years, and then maybe somehow people followed me and still started. I don't know. I don't know, but I can't support Martin Dodd's ideas or anything right now because I don't know anything about him. But with Robbie Williams, I feel like I do know him through the songs and through stuff. And so, if I'm looking at that photo shoot, it feels like Lily, the next me, has some sort of plan to turn people against me, or make it seem like the father is the bigger one or the better one or whatever. And I'm not against that because if people think that the father is the bigger and the better one, they won't try and hurt me or punish me because they'll be like, oh God, the father will punish her. And I just feel like that needs to happen. And I feel like there's also going to be a lot of people quite scared of me because of the amount of power that I have. But I think Robbie Williams is, if Madonna is okay with it, and if Robbie Williams is okay with it, then whatever it is, I'm probably okay with it too.